So we started with HTML hypertext markup language, and I had given you a small introduction of what is HTML, why it is used, and what are its features. So let's start with the language itself. So a quick recap. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is one of the most extensively used web page designing language available. And if you talk about hypertext, it is how the elements are linked together. HTML's documents are linked together, and these links are provided in the form of hypertext. Markup means we have to simply mark up a text document with text so that the browser know how or in what format or in which structure it has to display the content. Uh, Originally, HTML was developed to define the structure of the documents, and HTML is more often known as a content oriented language. That is, it focuses on how we have to display the content on the web page. It does not deals with the validation related to the content, or it provides a very few tags or few elements related to how content can be formatted. So to start with the basic structures which are available in HTML, the fundamental structure which is required to design an HTML page or document is sorry are known as tags and attributes. So an HTML document is based on the notion of tags. And what is a tag? It is a piece of text inside angular brackets. And this piece of tag is pre-processed, means we need not have to compile the content, we need not have to interpret the content. They are only rendered, and they only are parsed with the help of the web browser. So your web browser already knows the meaning of a tag, and once it finds an HTML document, it automatically works according to the tag available. And tags typically have a beginning and an end, and they contain usually some sort of text inside them. Now, all the text can be broadly classified into following types. They can be paired or unpaired. Paired and unpaired means we will have a starting tag, and that tag must be closed. And unpaired tags are those which need not have to be closed. So we'll see what all tags can be defined as paired, and we will also see the examples of unpaired tags as well. Then the text can be inline or block level. Uh, for example, you are writing something, and you have to go to the next line. So the tags which introduce a new line in your page, which gives a new line effect in your page, are called block level. And the texts which are used only to provide formats, or which gives a formatting to the content, they do not introduce a new line, they are called inline content or tags, right? So we'll see how we can use inline and block level tag. Now when we define an HTML document, these tags play an important role because they define how our content has to be rendered on browser. Then a tag may or may not have attributes, and these attributes are used to enhance the tag's speciality. And these are name value pairs, means we will have certain names, and these names will have some meaning or value. That value can be used to modify the tag. Let's see an example of an element. We have a tag. This tag, there can be any type of tag. So this is a tag. It can have any name inside it. It will have certain content. Now this content is the one which we want to display, and this is the closing tag. Closing means it has to have a slash followed by the tag name itself. For example, I had written a tag. This is paragraph tag. So P is the tag which is used to mark the beginning of the content. Now this is a simple paragraph. This paragraph tag will introduce a new line in your page, and that is why it is also known as block level tag. And every tag of this kind needs to have a closing tag as well. So slash and the name of the tag specifies that this is a paired tag. Now, how attributes are given, we'll write the name of the tag followed by the attribute name equals to, and within double quotes, the value of the attribute which we want to use. For example, there is one tag with the name font. Font is used to increase the size of the tag text which we are using in our page. So if I write font size equal to 6, it will change the size of my content. So attribute have a specific value, these are predefined, and we can use to change how our tag will work. Now we'll see some of the page structure elements, and then I'll show you one example on how you can write and or how you can define an HTML document and how it will be rendered. So the page structure elements include HTML. Now a browser looks for HTML tag. If it is found, it tells the browser that the given page or the given document is of HTML tag. Head is the header tag which contains information related to the metadata related to page, the CSS file which you are including, the JavaScript code which you are including in your page, and so on. Then we have title. This specifies the title of the page, and it is normally displayed in the title bar and used in search results. Next is body. The body tag contains the main text, and all parts of page normally visible are in the body. So these are the main page structure elements. Now moving to the key structural elements, there are few which provides structure to the page itself. Now for example, we have headings. Now why we use headings for? See, headings have the specific format. The heading value ranges from H1 to H6, means we have first heading, heading 1. It is the largest heading in our HTML document, and all the headings are by default bold. So, and they are all block level. Block level means they automatically insert a new line. Now talking about HTML, HTML is used to display the content. So in order to display each and everything on page, we have to specify proper tags for that. For example, we want to introduce a new line, then we have to specify a tag. We have to introduce extra spaces, then also we have to specify element according to it. So we have the first key structural element, which is heading, which starts from H1 to H6, H1 being the largest and S6 being the smallest. Then we have paragraphs. Generally we introduce paragraphs because they provide block level tag, and they can be used to insert new lines into the page. Then we have divisions or div tag. So we'll discuss these tags in detail in the next class. Now talking about some of the very interesting tags we have in HTML, these are formatting tags. Now HTML gives you a process of formatting text for better look and feel. Although these tags are limited and they provide very basic formatting, but yes, we can use them in our page. And these can be physical tags which provide visual appearance to the tags, or they can be logical tag which gives logic or semantic meaning to the text. So there is a list of all these tags. For example, B, which is used to bold the text. We have a strong. It is a logical tag because it tells that the text is important, although the effect of bold and strong remains the same. So that's why I had given the tag which are physical and which are logical, one after another, besides having the same formatting style. Means if I'll use bold, it will also give my it will also change my text to bold. If I'll use strong, it will also give the effect of bold. But strong gives a semantic. Semantic means a meaning to my text, and the meaning is that it will tell the browser that the text is important. Again, we have I and EM. I being the physical tag and EM being the logical tag. and they both display the text in italic. Similarly, we have mark. It is used to highlight the text. All the text which are enclosed between mark tag will have their background as yellow. Then we have U, which is used for underline. TT, this is used for teletype, although it is not supported in HTML5, but it is used to give teletype effect, or to be very clear, they are used to give monospace effect. Monospace means each letter form will be given equal space on the browser screen. Then we have strike, which gives a line through effect. We have SUP, which gives superscript. We have SUV, which will give subscript. We have del. It is the effect of a strike and del are same. Del is used to specify deleted content, while strike through also gives the same effect. Then we have insert, which displays the content which needs to be added. Big will increase the font size. For example, I have a text with font size 3 and I'll use big. The next text which is within the big tag will increase by 1. That means now it will have a font size of 4. Then we have a small. If in case a text is of font size 4 and I am using a small, the font size will be reduced to 3. So let's see one small example related to this. I'll be using Notepad. In order to create an HTML page, I have to write HTML. Then see, if I write head, it will not make any difference in my page if I am using it alone. Now every tag which is a pair tag, like head is a pair tag, so I'll open it, I'll close it. Similarly, body is a pair tag, so I'll open it and I'll close it. So we'll first make a very basic page, and then I'll tell you how we can use different formatting tags. Now again, HTML is also a pair tag. Now what I'll do, I'll write a simple content in my page. This is my first page, right? Now once you had created your HTML document, what you will do, you will use file, you will use save as. Now what you will do, for example, I want to create a an HTML page. So what I'll do, I'll give a name to my file. I'll, for example, give it first dot. Now all the HTML pages will be saved as first dot or dot HTML, right? And then you have to use all files. Why all files? If you will not do that, then your HTML document will be saved in the form of text document. Then we'll click on save. So it is saved as first. Now what I will do, we'll move to the desktop. And see, here is my page. So what I'll do, I'll open this page in my browser. Now see, it is showing this is my first page. Now see, it is showing C:user Needham desktop first HTML. Here the name of the file is shown. Now what I want to do, I want to change this title. For example, if I am using my Gmail account, it shows inbox this. So I want to change this. How I will do that? I'll introduce one more tag here with the name title. This is used to change the title of the page. My first page. And as this is also a pair tag, I have to close it. So every tag which is a pair tag needs to be closed like that. Then you have to save your page and you have to refresh it. See, the title of the page changes to my first page. Now we can use different tags here. For example, let me give you one example more. This is a demo of various tags. Now see, I had given the content in next line. Now what will happen if I'll refresh the page? According to the document structure, it has to be in the new line. But once I'll refresh the page, you'll find that all the content will be in the same line. No matter how many lines I'll introduce, all the lines will be in the same line. So in order to give any effect, any formatting, I have to provide specific tag for that. So I'll show you one. This is unpaired tag. So I have given this. I'll refresh my page. This is how it works. So BR is page break. Now this is an unpaired tag. Now what will happen if I'll use paragraph here? Now paragraph is a block level tag. So when I'll refresh my page, it will introduce a new line. Similarly, if I'll use paragraph over here, and I'll close this, again a new line will be introduced. So paragraph is a block level tag which will automatically introduce a new line. Now we will be using heading as well. So I'll show you how heading work. So I use H1. I'll give this is first heading. I'll save my page and see the effect of heading. So the very first heading is H1, and it increases the it has increased font size, it has bold. Then I'll use here H, let's say 5. See, this is how headings work. So we can use headings in our page. Similarly, I want to make M or I want to make Y as a subscript. For example, you want to write log base E. How you will write? Or log 2. So log, we want to make it subscript. I'll write 2, and then I have to close this. Why? Because if I'll not close it, the effect will continue to the next line as well. So it will change the effect as log base 2. Similarly, I want to raise the power. I will write 2 followed by SUP and tab. Now I am not closing this, so you will find the difference how it works. So I had written 2 raised to the power 10 various tags. Now this has changed the effect of this also. So we have to close the formatting tags if we want to use them. Right, so this is about HTML first introduction. Now we'll see how these tags will work. Now you have to use all the tags in your page. For example, if I'll use B here, it will make the tag text bold. Right, so what you will do, whatever formatting tags we had discussed here, you have to use them in your page. So I'll give you one assignment based on this, and you have to complete that assignment and upload the content. Thank you, class.